So in this era of college, I have been through a bunch of movies where I go in so excited, only to leave unbelievably disappointed. So I'm gonna give you all the 10 disappointing movies in the college era. So let's get started with it. First, this one will make y'all mad. Happy Gilmore 2. Look, when I first watched it, I was like, why do we make bad sequels to good comedy films? After I watched it, I tripled down. That movie was not as good as I expected it to be. I was disappointed because I thought everything was going to be pretty good, but I just didn't like what they did in the first couple of minutes. And it took with the direction they was going with the stupid maxi golf versus real golf. Even when they made Happy Gilmore a depressed alcoholic and has to go to rehab, that's literally dropped the ball. I will agree, the cameos, they were fun to watch. Travis Kelce, I thought he was hilarious. Eminem, I thought he was really funny as well. Bad Bunny, he also carried. He was the funniest part of the movie. But it's just the same film with the same type of jokes. You know, remember the first film that this worked, let's do that again. Well, guess what? Killing his dad with a hockey ball, killing his wife with a golf ball. Chubbed his son, having the wounded hand that breaks apart. Choked the caddy, argued with the heckler and alligators, just the same old thing over and over and over again, and it really disappointed me even more. Up next, we had Captain America Brave New World. Now, this film feels like it was too little too late. They would have announced it after Endgame, but they decided, you know what? They were like, let's go with Falcon Winter Soldier, which Falcon Winter Soldier I didn't think was that good of a series. So they went through a bunch of changes, a bunch of new titles, and all of that. Well, Harrison Ford, Anthony Mackie, they were good, but they wasted some potential of Giancarlo Esposito. The villain, I was like, what is this? Well, it's not horrible. It just the reshoots, they were not as good. I mean, they kind of ruined the whole film. Red Hulk, I didn't feel like it was too bad, but my only complaint was the script and how the direction was taken. It felt like more of a sequel to The Incredible Hulk than all the things that happened after Endgame with Falcon and Winter Soldier. Even I left the film with tears because I had a pretty bad day that day. Watching that. So again, I have never forgiven the film for that day ever since. Next up, we got Emilia Perez. Okay, this is a very controversial film. The actress Carla Sofia Gascon has been part of is canceled. It was hated in Mexico, and the songs where I was like, what the heck is this? The only positive thing about it was Zoe Saldana. She was the only good thing in the film, but other than that, everything about that film sucked. Again, no disrespect to Zoe Saldana or Selena Gomez, but Gascon really, really got herself in trouble after the film's release. You know what happened. And it's really the most hated film what happened with. Critics gave it a positive vibe, but everyone else, they did not like it. I don't think anybody else liked it at all. Sure, it received a bunch of Oscar nominations, but it still won't count as a good thing. The only good thing is always Aldania. That's it. Next up, we got Horizon: An American Saga. Oh man, Kevin Costner really tried his best to do without Yellowstone. He tried to obviously make his own version of Yellowstone. Like, there was some drama that happened between him and the creator of Yellowstone, and this kind of happened. So he was like trying to make a little bit of an FU to Yellowstone, but it bombed at the box office and wasn't well received. Now I feel bad for him, and I feel bad for everything he's went through, because I always grew up a fan of the guy. I always been a huge fan of Kevin Costner. But now, here we are, and we haven't gotten chapter 2 yet, which sucks. Again, so sorry, Kevin Costner. You deserve better than this. Next up, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods, and okay, I really enjoyed the first Shazam. It was a surprise film to me. I thought it was actually really good. And this one, coming out way too late, even though DC announced that they were rebooting the franchise. Zachary Levi and everything else did not work for me, and I was very disappointed because I thought it was going to be really good, but it didn't. Zachary Levi had a little bit of an unbalanced performance. It just didn't live out as the original, even with all the drama that happened with Black Adam, which Black Adam is definitely on the list. It was a waste of potential, and I left thinking, this sucks more. It lost the core of the emotions of the first film. The villains were not cool, not great, and didn't really have the heart of the first film. And every time I rewatch it, I like it even less. And I just did not. And when I watched it, I was like, another sad waste of time. And I don't know what's going to happen with Shazam in the DCU right now, but only time will tell. Next up, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Now, I was actually pretty excited about it in the first place, because they were going to bring in Jonathan Larson in, and we're going to see what they were going to do with Kang. And we get it, and it fell flat. It wasn't as good as the first two Ant-Mans. They waste Kang. Even Jonathan Majors in 2023, he got in trouble with the law. It was a waste of potential. Even though I did thought it was good, I didn't think it was that good as the first two. Though Paul Rudd tried his best to obviously carry film with this cast, the Jonathan Majors Kang was a waste of a villain. And the only thing that happened next, Kang is no longer going to be the bad villain because the MCU did a bunch of changes with it. And now we're just moving forward with Doctor Doom instead of Kang. Next up, we got Unfrosted. This is a bit of a joke of a film. Okay, I did watch Seinfeld, and I thought it was a great show until the series went out, and I was so mad about it. But Jerry Seinfeld only had in mind about the story of Pop-Tarts that was a bit of a joke rather than telling the actual story. There were a couple good parts about it. I mean, Jim Gaffigan, he was fun. You also had Hugh Grant and Melissa McCarthy. But everything else just felt a bit of a joke rather than telling the actual story of Pop-Tarts. Next up, we got Black Adam. I thought The Rock would do really fantastic with it, but the only problem was it bombed at the box office and nobody cared about seeing Black Adam because he was way much bigger of a character like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Yeah. Though Pierce Brosnan was awesome as Dr. Fate, the rivalry between Hawkman and Black Adam, that was pretty nice. The Justice Society was pretty cool. But the villains were not good. It was a little bit confusing, and the boy was a little bit annoying. Though it actually did tell a story about a town, which I obviously did like. The post-credits scene did not age well enough. Because of the changes with DC and James Gunn. Yeah. They wasted a bunch of potential here. And looking back on it, is The Rock's career ruined? I don't know. I really don't think it is right now. If he does solid numbers, if he gets good projects, he's fine. I think he needs to be a little bit more careful with his films. Because Black Adam is not an A-list comic book character. He's more of a villain, but too little too late. Even though I did find it entertaining, it was a waste of potential. Our runner-up, Hurry Up Tomorrow. Now again, I am a huge Weeknd fan. I appreciate The Weeknd. I've been a huge fan of his music since 2015 when Beat Behind the Madness came out. And they were gonna make a movie about his album, which I was a little bit skeptical about it because is he trying to do something like Prince did back in 1984 with Purple Rain? And well, to me, it's like maybe he's a musician rather than an actor. Because before he did a controversial show called The Idol. That was not a good show. So he was like, I'm gonna try and do a little bit better and do this, which was even much worse than we all expected it to be. No offense whatsoever to Jenna Ortega in this film, but someone to act alongside him with Abel and Barry Keoghan. No offense. He tried to be clever. He tried to do something that was really, really better than anyone else expected, but it just isn't. The Weeknd is not a good actor. He's a musician, not an actor. He tried to be best. He tried to do what he wanted to do. You think, I'm going to do this. That just didn't work. And maybe he just should focus on music rather than as an actor, as himself. But coming in first place is Joker Falling a Duke. I'm going to say this right now. This is the movie I hate the most. It's not the worst film ever made, but it is directed by Todd Phillips. The first Joker did really, really good. And then they were like, let's do a sequel and make a musical. And it did not go well as planned. It totally disappointed me. Gaga's Harley Quinn zone. I was pretty disappointed about it. Even with the concept of it as a courtroom drama and a musical, did not work for me. And even the tone didn't fit at all. It really did not fit what the first film was like. And just being a slowest pointless court musical that wastes the cast. It definitely betrayed the first film and definitely breaks my heart even more as I rewatch it. So it does come in at number 1. And if you recall during this time, what other films did disappoint you? Let me know in the comments below that disappoint you. If you're new, hey, welcome. Welcome. Let me know how your day is doing. With that said, I will see you all in the next video.